Alright guys, so today's video's got some better lighting than usual, if I do say so myself. And we're at the dam. I got the hydroelectricity going on behind me there, and we're talking about Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. Now guys, this video is going to be jam-packed with a lot of information, so make sure you watch the whole video from start to end to make sure you get all of the content that I have for you guys. And if you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to drop a like on the video. So Bitcoin is pushing $57,000 at the moment, and if I'm not mistaken, it was actually breaking above 57K, pushing that $58,000 mark. Now, overall, the market, right, for Bitcoin, we did break out of a huge triangle, right, a huge triangle that we've been in for weeks, for months, right? And the breakout of that triangle was obviously a very bullish indication, right, that the market should be trending upwards. Now, if the trend continues up right out of this triangle that we were in, that is definitely a very strong sign that we are in bullish times, that the market is definitely going to be making its move to the upside. Now, another possibility is a retest of this triangle, right, of the upper support line. So if Bitcoin were to come back down to that 50K, 49K level, retest that trend line, and then continue up, that would be very, very bullish for Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. But if we were to come down to that trend line that again is at about 50K, 49K level, and we were to break back into the triangle, that would actually be very bearish, because that would be what's known as a fake out, right? Though that we were going to break out of the triangle and we actually ran up a little bit and went right back in. I don't see that playing out at the moment, but again, it is a possibility to keep in mind that if we were to see that play out, that would be very bearish. And besides the huge triangle that we broke out of, we are also in an ascending channel with some resistance at 58,000 for Bitcoin, right? If we were to break past that 58K level in conjunction with the breakout of the overall triangle, that is very, very bullish for Bitcoin and the overall market. But keep in mind that we could see some resistance at that 58K level. We're currently pushing the 57s, right? So we may see some resistance at that 58K. And if we do come back down, we might trade sideways for a bit and then break up to the outside, or we might be very strong resistance and make a move to the downside, like I said, possibly retesting that 50K level, 49K level. But overall, I do believe that the market is looking pretty bullish at the moment. And another bullish indication to throw on top of it all is if we were to break above that ascending triangle resistance line and then create that line as support, right, retesting that line and continuing to the upside, that would overall be a very, very, very bullish scenario for Bitcoin. So something to keep in mind is that Bitcoin might have what's known as its show, right? Bitcoin might have its time. And what is that? It's when basically like the market is in favor of Bitcoin. It's when Bitcoin is actually outperforming altcoins. Rare, but it does happen sometimes, right? When Bitcoin will just be boom, 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 right, knocking out levels, and altcoins aren't really doing that much, okay? Now, this little time period doesn't last for a very long time. It may be a couple days, a couple weeks at most, but it could be a possibility, right, where Bitcoin is really outperforming everything. But keep in mind that alts will always follow, right? Alts will always have their altcoin season, how we like to call it, right, where we've got maybe a couple days or a couple of weeks where altcoins are just knocking out levels, right? And that tends to follow Bitcoin. So if we see Bitcoin have its show, like I said, if we see Bitcoin performing very well for a couple weeks, a couple days, or for an extended period of time, then we could definitely see altcoins following Bitcoin in the days and weeks after Bitcoin had its show, right? And Bitcoin will usually consolidate, trade sideways for a bit, chill out, and then altcoins just be taking off left and right. Ethereum is really the one to look at for the overall, trajectory of the altcoins, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, sometimes they trade like identically, right? They go up and down at the same time, but sometimes they are just not correlated whatsoever, right? And when Bitcoin, like I said, is having its show, Ethereum will not be correlating as much, right? And it will be more of the trajectory that we're looking for the altcoins. Now, if you guys want to make sure that you're making the right moves in cryptocurrency, that you know when to buy, when to sell, and you want to skip that learning curve and not make the beginner mistakes that a lot of people make when they're getting into crypto, you can sign up for one-on-one mentorship with me through the Patreon link in the description below. So guys, this is basically just a heads up of what's coming in the market, of what we can expect. Again, I am bullish at the moment, but things can change. It depends on what the actual market is responding to on a day-to-day basis, right? So the overall move here is to continue dollar cost averaging in, as always, right? Building the portfolio, buying up the right coins, not gambling your money, making the right moves, avoiding mistakes, especially when we're so near the end of the bull market when things are really going to be paying off, when all the patience pays off, right? You don't want to be making any mistakes. All right, so if you guys enjoyed the content, like I said, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with your post notifications turned on for future content, and comment down below what you guys think the market is going to be doing in the next coming weeks. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.